Hi everyone, how are you? I missed all of you. I hope you're doing good. We had the edge of a tornado came through here by where I live, and it was so scary, you guys. I woke up, I felt like I was in the Apocalypse Now movie or something. Trees were bending, trees were falling, huge trees fell in our yard, and we are just so blessed by God that we did not get our house smashed. It came so close to the front of our house. Huge trees, and there was just so many of them. And then we lost power for 3 days, and then we had a couple weeks of cleaning up the mess. So, and it's so hard when you don't have power because you can't really do many dishes, and then your laundry piles up. So I have been a busy girl, and I haven't forgotten everybody. I just been really tired. I'm sorry. I haven't, and I'm not getting a lot of views on my videos. So I just feel like, well, people don't miss me too much, I don't think. But I still try. Even if I don't get a lot of views, I still try. My name's Patty. If you're new here, welcome. I like to talk about the Summer Wells case and other missing kid cases. But, so I just thought I would check in with you guys and do a little video tonight. Don and Candace really crack me up, but I'm so disgusted. They have switched back and forth from trying to act like they're active parents and they really care to being their normal selves, which is not caring. I always say that I've always said that I felt like Don and Candace, that this was something that had to happen, that they didn't want to happen. First of all, I'm going to talk to you about a couple things. One is, if Don and Candace, if this was an accident, say the boys accidentally hurt Summer, or say she accidentally got hurt, I truly believe that Don and Candace would have turned that in. I don't even think they would have tried to protect their boys. I truly believe that they would have they would have called 911. And, okay, so here's the second thing. They did not really suspect anybody. They kept saying that Summer was far, far away, that Summer abducted her and did all these terrible things to her. Okay? I would like all of you, if you get a chance, to go over to Dolly Vision's channel. Him and PJ had a discussion about Summer Wells last night, and it was such a good conversation. And, they brought up so many things that took me back to all the bull crap that Don and Candace have done. Like Candace Wells tried to fake Ernie and everybody out, that people still believe that she was doing something bad, like she was digging up Summer or she was burying Summer or whatever when she was acting sick and gagging. And well, first of all, I want everybody to know Candace did have COVID when everybody was sick. They had pneumonia. I had it at the same time, and I could hardly talk, and I sounded terrible, and Candace was sick. So when she was out there, she did have a bad cold, but she was also drunk, and she was also acting. She's a very good actress, Candace is. And, but she was kicking the gravel. She was with her friend there when she was talking to Ernie on the phone, but she was in her friend's driveway, and she was kicking the gravel. standing there talking to her, to Ernie, but trying to make it seem like she was doing something, you know. It was just really, really strange. But, you know, Candace is a faker. Look how she faked the call of Don, that Boston had him, and all these police had him, and he was arrested, and she was crying on the phone to Don's stepsister Mary. Well, they have all these years they've acted and they've played games. We've had Don saying that he's got 7 alibis. Candace has none. She's going down. No father who misses his child and is worried about his child in his right mind would ever say such a thing. So he's worried about having alibis, and he's talking about Candace, and that even makes me so more suspect that Don is trying to throw Candace under the bus, that Don did this, and he's trying to throw Candace under the bus. But they both know. I think they're both involved. But anyways, on Dolly Vision, you guys, PJ and Dolly were also talking about that shed and how weird it was, that shed, you know, and how, you know, a lot of people wondered if Don was maybe doing something to Summer in that shed, allegedly, or if he was loaning her out to people in that shed. And that maybe somebody took her in, I don't know. But the whole conversation was interesting. And when they went there to talk to Don and Candace, and you know, Dolly has a different opinion than PJ. PJ believes that Don and Candace are completely guilty. I do believe that. She believes that. But I really enjoyed the conversation. I like Dolly Vision. I think he's got a good channel. I don't always get to watch him, but when it, you know, something like when it concerns Summer Wells, then I'm wanting to watch, okay? But anyways, you guys, so I was just thinking about how bad Don and Candace play games, and how bad they lie, and how bad they change their story so many times. Like Candace saying when she was at the watering place, Warriors, and she was talking to Chris, and she said that, oh, I just put something cool on her, you know, because she doesn't like to be hot. Summer don't like to be hot. So before we left, I just put something cool and light on Summer. And then later, she says to us that later on, she tells Chris in the same interview that Summer gets cold, and that's why she had those clothes on, and the windows were rolled up, and no air conditioning, right? Well, I highly doubted that Hunter would sit in the car for an hour or 45 minutes in the burning hot car, okay? And I didn't see it. So then I come to find out that Hunter actually admitted and said that the air conditioner was on. You know, that they were sitting out in the air conditioning. Now, and we found out that he's lied so much, you know, like with his mom, and he was grifting, you know, during his mom's passing, Allison. And so that's really upsetting to me, because that means he probably lied about everything. And you know what's really bad is that Candace has had a problem with wanting to be around these young boys. And Dolly cracked me up. He said, boy, are these young boys desperate because, you know, they want to go mess around with Candace. But it's just really strange, the sexual behavior in Don and Candace. And, you know, Benny Keys was hanging around with Don and talking to Don because he was trying to get the scoop on Dawn Wells. He was turning everything into the TBI, and so was Cher from Voices Behind the Wall. Every time she got something, she was turning it in because these two thought, I think they thought they were going to solve the case. I don't know. But because they were interviewing them a lot. But, you know, I've appreciated a lot of it too because without their interviews, you know, we wouldn't really know half of the stuff we do. So anyways, the thing is that Candace has been weird, and Benny told us that Don really loved to go get the hookers, go to these massage places or whatever, these spas, and go do, you know, his drugs while he was there, wherever he was taken off to for days. And, you know, so just thinking about all their lives and their games and everything they said, nobody believes them anymore. I don't think hardly anybody believed Don and Candace. You know, here's the thing. Okay, so I wanted to say this. Numbers 2 or 3, whenever I was on, Don and Candace did not blame one. They weren't concerned about anybody really, because like I thought, well, geez, you know, there was that Jackie Dobbs guy that was on the property. He could have took Summer Wells, and he really could have. We don't know. Allegedly, you know, everybody's a suspect. But the fact that Don and Candace weren't concerned about him, they weren't concerned really about anybody on that road. They weren't really blaming anybody. They weren't fighting with anybody. So that's what tells me that they knew and they were not concerned about it. How they stick with their stories, even when they're drunk, I don't know. But I've seen it happen. I've seen people lie straight face on these missing kids things, and then it happens to be the parents who do this to the children. But anyways, I seen this video tonight. It was 2 years ago. It's by Crazy Crime Chick, and the video was called New Dawn Wells Audio Trigger Warning. And I want you to hear something, because this has always bothered me too, when he said a couple other things like this. But to me, I feel like Don knew who has Summer, that he knows who has Summer, the way that he talks. But let's listen to this video so I can comment on it. Under fair use and copyright laws, I'm not monetized on this channel. I'm not making anything off of this. I'm just using this for discussion purposes only. And so, anyways, I'm just going to share some of this video with you. But I want you to hear this, what Don said, okay? I got to get past this here. Okay.
Guys, it's Crazy with a quick video for you. I'm just going to jump right into it, but I was just listening to Rescue Our Children, and Ernie actually started playing some audio that was between him and Don. I actually don't know when he actually recorded this. During this recording, the things that Don says blows my mind and a lot of people that have listened to it. Now, Candace was in the chat, and it seems like this really upset Candace. She said that she never heard Donnie say some of these things, and it really bothered her. And I feel like I know what Ernie was doing. And based off of Candace's comments in that chat, she felt right for it.
Oh, yes, but they, you know, because if there was some, you know, and it's got to be a predator. Only a predator would come up here and take our daughter. It's just not going to be somebody like, oh, I love you, Summer, and I just want to save you from a bad situation.
But you guys, but is Dawn telling us that Summer was in a bad situation before she went missing? It's strange how she said that part.
Somebody like, oh, I love you, Summer, and I just want to save you from a bad situation. 90% of the time when someone takes a little girl or whatever, or even this birth, 90% of the time is because they're predators. So it's just not good. Somebody has hurt her, probably sexually, maybe beat the fuck out of her, probably killed her. Let's be realistic. This ain't gonna be good. And because of all the pressure, YouTube and the TV shows and everything else, they probably wanted to get rid of the evidence, and they probably killed her.
That was interesting for this part right here is that keep in mind, John is talking about the person who took his daughter. And he is saying that this person probably felt pressure from YouTube and the TV shows that they probably want to get rid of evidence because of that. Now, I thought that was strange that he was saying this because how would he know, or why would he say they probably watched YouTube and they got pressure from it? I mean, you know who's watching YouTube all the time and who's on YouTube all the time? Is Fu, Dawn, and Candace. So I thought it was really interesting that he said that this person who took his daughter probably felt pressure from the YouTube and TV shows and they wanted to get rid of evidence.
And because of all the pressure, YouTube and the TV shows and everything else, they probably wanted to get rid of the evidence, and they probably killed her. I mean, let's be realistic.
Okay, so when he said that, I heard this a couple times before, but when Don Wells said that because of the pressure of YouTube, that they probably wanted to get rid of evidence and so they killed her. Well, you know, it really does make it sound like he knows who this person is or who they are. And, you know, it is a possibility that they were doing stuff with Summer. This is allegedly. There's a possibility that they were doing stuff with Summer that was not good. And, you know, other people are involved. And I just feel like whatever happened, they knew about it the day before because Don, there's a picture of him holding Summer. He said that he always knew something was going to happen. That was the day he felt that. And it's just, you know, I don't know, you guys. But the thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is, let me find it here. Hold on. Let's go to this here.
I just wanted to thank everyone for helping to find my daughter. We love and miss her with all our hearts. Nothing will ever be the same.
Lord, trying to get over here. This is on Don Wells' channel. And I'm just going to play this little thing under fair use and copyright laws. I just want to talk about this one thing, a little thing here. Oh, come on, get to it. sorry. Right here. I want to watch this with you, and then I want to talk to you about it. This is where Don and Candace went in Utah, and they put up this marker for Summer, right? It's a memorial marker honoring Summer, okay? So, but also, they went there, okay? They went to this place, and they did this. But not just that. I don't know how. Hold on. And then, I want to show you this. I'm sure you've seen some of these before. But I want to show you just for the discussion purposes. Right here. No, is that the one? No. It's gotta be. No. Yes. Yes. So, Don and Candace, they went to see Don's dad in Utah when they were on their way to see Dr. Phil. And so the other day, I'm watching the movie, not a movie, but I'm watching a missing child case. And they ended up finding the child on a family member's property. And I've always felt like and wondered if Don and Candace had Summer and that they took her and buried her on his dad's property. That Summer could be there somewhere. And it really makes me wonder, you know, Don is such a sneaky guy. And, you know, Don's been a criminal for all of his life. He's been in and out of jail and prison. Candace has been in and out of jail. They've got terrible track records. They've lost all their children. And yet they want us to believe that they didn't have anything to do with Summer Wells missing. Well, she is missing. Summer Wells, Summer Moon Utah Wells, is missing out of Rogersville, Tennessee. If you have any information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. But anyways, you guys, then, you know, I'm not sure if you ever seen, I don't know if I can find it again, but let me go down to my history for a minute. Okay. So, Cher, I don't know if any of you remember, but Cher from Voices Behind the Wall, Don sent her some pictures of this property, and Don got really ticked off about it because Cher put it on her community post.
As a community could put some pressure on.
Okay, so I just want to back it up a little bit here so you can see. Hold on. So, she said this was like, I think she said in August. And Don and Candace, well, I mean, Don was here at Utah. And he sent this picture to her.
So you guys see, I mean, all the way back, we're in July 13th now. So
July.
Very early on, he was talking to me about my father, and I wasn't even talking to my father yet. What the freak? Where did those pictures go?
Okay, so Cher got these photos from Don because he was working here working here. Did you hear me? He was working on that property after Summer went missing. And he got really ticked off at Cher for putting those pictures on her community page. And he told her that was private property where he was working. That's a billionaire's home. And I guess Cher looked into the background of who owned the property. And this person was charged and had all kinds of problems because they had these not Chinese or whatever, these spas, these Asian spas or something. And they got arrested for sex acts and different things that were going on there. But the thing is, I just find it really strange that he got so mad about this and that he was there a different time, not just during when...
I also...
Hold on. Hold on. Let me get to it.
They definitely have always been nervous of not only Miss Reverend Donna, but Carl from Enchanted Life.
Oh, God. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
On private property,
Mm-hmm.
and you put up there, I don't know what Don Wills means by this shit. Man, I said that to you as a friend.
Yeah, right, but we never... But I said we didn't discuss...
Property up there.
We didn't
Do
discuss...
you even know where that is?
No, you didn't tell me. You just sent the pictures and we didn't
City,
discuss...
fucking Utah, on private property.
Okay.
Billionaire property.
Billionaire property.
Yes.
Okay. What is...
Okay, so who's the billionaire that Don Wells knows in Park City, Utah, where Don was on?
Right?
And then you put up, say,
Why are you so upset that I would give Reverend Donna some
Oh, look, hold up, Sheriff. You ain't gonna weasel out of this shit.
weasel out of
I
it,
sent
though?
I sent you two beautiful pictures.
Yeah.
Pristine.
You did. I posted them on the community.
Okay. It's hard to listen to Don Wells screaming and hollering at Cher. But he did. Because he was very angry that she shared those photos. And this is a billionaire or millionaire, whatever he said, that owns that property where Don was working. And so it's just really strange to me. Don't you guys think that it's very strange that Don just leaves state, drives out of state, goes out of state, wherever he wants, right? And nobody knows that he's even gone. But remember when Candace was really upset because Don took off and left her with nothing. And I guess that's when he went to Knoxville or whatever, but that's when they lost the kids. He said he went crazy and he was going crazy, so, because TBI accused him of, trafficking. So, we know that Don Wells has, trafficked illegal drugs in and out of the country. Not the country, but throughout the U.S. Usually people that do those kind of things, they don't usually just stop. And Don doesn't seem to be the type of person that he learns from his lessons. So I'm just really surprised that we haven't seen him involved in more of that, but maybe it's undercover. And, he's talked to us, not to us, but he's given interviews where he said that he's been around that kind of stuff. Kids, being sold in California and all these different places. Don's got quite the history. He's got a criminal history, and he knows what's going on. And I think these two, Candace and Don, are actors that they know how to manipulate and connive and con their way. And I just truly believe that that day before, because he was upset, Dudley said he looked like he lost his best friend. Jackie Dobbs said Don looked like he was a million miles away. He had something on his mind. He took the car that day, the Subaru that day. He was upset. He fired Dudley. I believe everything was planned out to a T. I don't believe that he could have Dudley working for him and still accomplish what he was going to do that day on the 15th. I think Don got the news that something had to happen here, or he was going to do something because he had to. And I don't know what that is. You know, Ernie is going around, Ernie Shell, where supposedly Candace said that Don beat Summer with a hammer, that she was already hurt or something, and so he just did this with a hammer. We don't know what is true in this case. They have told so many bullcrap stories, and they have lied so much, and people on YouTube have lied, and they have told story after story, and I don't trust Ernie Shell either. I'm sorry. I mean, I've seen him before and stuff, but I've never really trusted Ernie. He's got his own issues going on. And I don't even know if I believe that. I mean, it's not possible. But, you know, sometimes I think that Summer is on that property, and that's why they're so adamant. They don't want anybody on their property. They put up no trespassing. They put up cameras after Summer left. They're just so adamant about it. And to me, that speaks volumes, red flags, that there's a reason they don't want you coming there. And that's because I believe she could be on that property. Now, I don't know if Don and Candace drove to Utah and then took a plane from there to California to Dr. Phil's, or if they actually had a layover. But it's hard to believe they had a layover where they could go drive and meet Benny Keys and go drive and see his dad and go make a marker at the Utah place there. I just, you know, there's something wrong with that. That's why I'm wondering if they drove part way or something. I don't know. But to me, I felt like they were driving. And Benny lives in Texas. And his dad lives in Utah. So, I mean, I just don't see a plane going and making these layovers. I don't know. I really don't know, you guys, if they drove or if they flew. But there's a good possibility that Summer could be in Utah on his dad's property, because that happens a lot. I mean, people are not afraid. I couldn't believe with Adam Montgomery that he would just take Harmonies to see Spotty and haul her all over. I could not understand, and it bothered me so bad that Letitia could take Gavin, all the way, Gannon, all the way to Florida, and drive his body and even rent a U-Haul to do it. So what I'm saying, you guys, it just, you know, I just really, truly wonder if Don and Candace did put her somewhere on his dad's property. Because, you know, Don's always believed that he was going to get that property. And he's fought with his sisters about it. And he stayed on that property in that camper and that we seen there. And, you know, he's been up there and stayed up there. And obviously, even after Summer went missing, he's up there working. So, I find all of that very strange. I don't really know of anything else going on in the Summer Wells case. I just have a hard time believing that we will ever, you know, I don't know. I think it's not that it won't ever happen, but, you know, the chances of her being alive and being found are very slim unless they get back on that property and they go there and they do more searching. And I would love to see somebody search Light Hollow Road again and all these other places. But, you know, I wish I was there. I wish I lived there or stayed there, because I would be searching a lot of places, you guys. Because there is a lot of places you could look. And I would get people to help me from around there. But not Jodi's Hill. That's for sure. And not Don and Candace and not Fred Hill either. Wow. But yeah, this whole case has been crazy. It bothers me. I'm heartbroken for Summer Wells. She was a beautiful little girl. She's been missing for 3 years. I pray to God still that she's found and that justice can be served for her. But I don't know what's going to happen, because somebody hid her very well. Either this person, this stranger that came up to the area, either he kidnapped her and did something to her, or for sure Don and Candace did this. And I truly believe Don and Candace did this, in my opinion only, because they would have come down hard. If they were innocent, they would have been crying, they would have been upset. They haven't wanted to go to the media. They only want to go to YouTubers. They haven't want to really, they went on Dr. Phil because they were hoping that they would get cleared. That's the only reason I believe that. Because the behavioral panel did their interview first and treated them like so well and like they were innocent. And Don really was happy about that. And Candace said they were innocent, you know, that the behavior panel thought that. And I think they thought if they went on Dr. Phil, that they could garner more, attention, money, sympathy, and to be cleared. And that is Summer Wells. And she's still missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. And all credit goes to Voices Behind the Wall for that clip I played, because in what she was talking about there, that other property. And I did find it very strange, you guys. I really didn't. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It bothers me that all these kids are missing and there's no answers. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to continue to do with this channel. If I'm going to keep going, there's not a whole lot. But could you put in the comments if you want me to talk about someone else or continue talking about Summer Wells, or if you would like me to do something completely different. Some people like spirituality. Some people want to just hear about true crime and missing kids, and I just really would like your opinions. So if you could leave your comments in the comment section, it would be greatly appreciated. And please hit that like and subscribe button, because it helps for my video to get out there and, get some views. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who makes comments on here. Elizabeth is one of my subscribers. I don't know what her last name is again, but she always says some kind of encouraging comment to me. She's as sweet as can be. She cheers me up. I just want you to know, Elizabeth, if you're listening to me on here tonight, if you see this video, you are the most encouraging ray of sunshine in my life. Let me tell you, you're a very sweet person, and I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate everybody who comments, truly. Let me know what you think. I think Don and Candace are the ones that are responsible for the situation, for their daughter's disappearance. You know, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, and I can't, you know, I don't have any proof of anything, just like anybody else. But, you know, I get tired of people saying, oh, I know this happened, or I know this. And nothing against PG, but she's always saying she knows for a fact. You know, she knows. And some of these people just, you know, they act like they know. No, you know, they just have an opinion, and that's all. PG's Swear Gardens channel, she only has an opinion in her point of view. She, you know, she doesn't have any other information that anybody else has. And if she does, then there's something wrong with the picture. But no, she does not know she doesn't know any more than the rest of us YouTubers out here. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. The same with Ernie, you know. You can believe that happened to Summer or not. I mean, there's been so many stories. Look at supposedly Candace's Grandis's friend said that Summer never got out of the car and that she was sick, and Don and Candace was supposed to take her to the hospital or go meet Don. And then we had what's her name? Marlene Crawford, who said that her daughter came home and said that they were packing a suitcase for Summer and she was going away on a trip. And then we had Dudley, who said the boy said that Don was carrying Summer out on his shoulder. He was carrying her out of the house. And, you know, we just had so many different things, you know. We just don't. I wish we had clear answers, because it's very annoying and frustrating, and I get tired of the clickbait, you guys. There's so many. I hate it when a channel puts out, you know, acts like they got some kind of important information, or they know something important, and then it turns out that it ain't nothing. It's just bull crap. It's just talking just like the rest of us. But I hate that. That's like clickbait, trying to get you to come and watch the channel by what's in their title. So they're just out to make money. I mean, I don't think some of these YouTubers even really care that much about Summer Wells. I mean, they do, but I don't know. It's just, it's hard to get involved because none of us are close to that family or know that much about what's going on over there. But I think there was a lot more going on with Don and Candace and their children than we even realize. And even his sisters think that he was, you know, renting her out in the shed. That could be possible. And that could be going on. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to sound gross or anything like that, but in a lot of the photos I've seen or videos where Summer was holding herself and down there, and it was just, there's something wrong with that picture. I'm sorry. When you gotta hold your hands as protection in front of your private parts. So, but yeah, we've heard so many stories. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I was just listening to that other crime case, and I could, You know, I was thinking, oh, wow, what if Don put Summer on his father's property? Did anybody ever think of that? About searching for it? Summer there? You know, because he's been out there, obviously, a few times. So, and why would they want to go put her marker there? That's weird. I know that's supposedly where she was conceived, and that's where they got the name, and, you know, her name, but, you know, if you think that your child's still alive, you wouldn't go put a marker somewhere, okay? A memorial for them. That's really strange and odd behavior to me as parents. But, you know, they are odd parents, sorry. But, anyways, you guys, I don't want to stay on here long, but I did want to just, like, check in with you. Say hi to everybody, that I miss you. I'm still, you know, I'm here. I'm thinking about everybody. I hope you had a good 4th of July, that it was safe. I don't really get into going out to the fireworks anymore. I don't like going in the traffic. It worries me. There's a lot of accidents that happen over the holidays, and I don't like that. And I'm retired, so I can go have fun any day of the week. I don't have to do it on the weekends or holidays. But, you know, I did have a barbecue for my family, though, and some of my family came over, and we had a cookout, so, and that was really nice. And my mom's birthday, she's deceased, bless her heart, but she was born on the 4th of July. So, you know, we spent a lot of years, many years, we always had a party for her, birthday party, cookout, barbecue, and all the family would come. Well, I still continue the tradition because I miss my mom so much. If you have your mom, you know, just feel blessed that you have her. But anyways, you guys go out and check out the conversation that Dolly Vision had with PJ last night, and they were talking about Summer Wells. It was a really good conversation and a reminder of many things about those two. And I really like Dolly Vision. I don't care what other people think. I like who I like. And sorry. But, and I don't care who you guys like. I mean, you can like whoever you want and watch whoever you want. It's a free world, man. Right? But anyways, that's it for tonight, you guys. But I miss you all. Love you all. I hope you have the rest of the weekend that is good for you and this week. And just take care. I'm thinking about you. Keep praying for Summer Wells. Michael Vaughn, he's still missing, out of Fruitland, Idaho. And Elijah View, a little boy that's missing. I don't remember what state he was from now. Sebastian Rogers, he's missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee, a 15-year-old boy with autism. And, you know, all these missing kids, please keep praying for them. Okay, God bless you all. Have a good night. Okay, bye.